Hi everyone, Grey Power 60 here. So while going through some of my stash, I found these. I don't know where that one disappeared to. I might have used it. These were in a British magazine. One of the, I think it was British, I'm not sure. From one of the crafting magazines that I pick up once in a while. They're very expensive. They're about like $20 here. I don't know how much they are, but I thought I would just pull these all apart and put them in one of these. I figured, what the heck, I might as well use it for something because I don't know why I bought it. And I do that sometimes. I'll purchase one of them depending on what it is. Like some of them are for card making, and I don't do a lot of card making. I'll make them once in a while, but usually I stick to, creating some kind of something using paper products, like, where did you go? Oh, there you are. These would be really cool to use as stencils. Just a thought. Yeah, so I don't buy them very often, and like I said, I like to make, things with paper products, and my latest kind of craze to get into, because, I haven't been a crafter for very long. I just started crafting a few years ago, and a lot of people that I watch have been crafting for years and years, and they come up with some great stuff because they've got all that experience. Whereas I consider myself like a novice. I'm learning. I learn. There's a lot of terms. I'm just starting to understand. There's things. Sometimes I'll go on YouTube, and I will, for instance, go on YouTube and type in, what is a smash book? Well, smash book, junk journal, they're all the same. I looked at junk. I like pretty. Please don't hate me for my opinion. Everybody has their own style of things. People have their own ideas of what is pretty and what isn't, what's creative and what isn't. It's like what's art and what isn't, Some people like certain kinds of art. Other people like other kinds of art. So forgive me, but junk journaling to me is not pleasing to my eye. For me, personally, and please, like I say, forgive me. I've seen a lot of people, very talented, making junk journals, and I don't get it for myself. I find they're too busy for my eye. I find that, I don't know what I'm trying to say. I guess what I'm trying to say is that I don't find it appealing for me, personally. I like symmetry. I like things that match. I like things. That's why I'm surprised I'm actually into art journaling, because it's kind of layering, but it's not bright colors. Like a lot of the junk journals that I've seen are bright and mixed up colors, different textures that, you know, anyway, that's just my opinion, guys. I'm not an artist. I don't know, but that's just the way I see things, aren't these? These are just so beautiful. I absolutely love these. And why I haven't used them, I don't know. It's like, you know, some people like pink, some people like purple, some people like orange, some people like greens, you know, some people like abstract art, some people like crazy, you know, whatever. Some people like portraits and scenes and things like that. You know, it's just everybody has their own taste as to what they like. And I was going to try junk journaling, but to be honest with you, I don't have a lot of junk. I mean, I have a lot of stash, but it's not junk worthy for those who are actual junk journalists. Is that a piece of something? I don't know. And I kind of like simple things and pretty things and symmetry, and I don't know. I hope I'm explaining myself right. I don't know. Other people love, you know, totally abstract, unusual, crazy. You know, everybody has their own ideas. I was going to keep these thinking that, you know, they'd be great for making, for using as stencils, but I don't know. We'll put it aside and say maybe. We'll put it aside. These are absolutely beautiful. Now, I've been watching some videos. Let me pause for a minute. Okay, took me long enough. Took a second for you guys, but took me long enough to go through things. Now, a lot of my scraps, because I don't do a lot of journals, I don't have a lot of ripped pages like this or this. I just ripped these, just to give you an example. Most of mine are like this. I just ripped up this one because I'll probably never use that page. But, and then I took out a couple of pages. I have a lot of these long strips that I cut up for different reasons. I think I was keeping all of these. I have lots of them, lots of these strips. Some of them are the ends of 12 by 12 paper. And if you recall in one of my videos, I took a bunch of these strips and glued them down on a paper, and then either punched out or cut out with my big kick or whatever, different patterns. So if you remember, I did that stripping thing. Anyway, so that was fun, and you can do that with just about anything. Now, I just took out some of these. I haven't been using these pages because I haven't really been doing anything vintage, I guess I could say, until I'm just starting to journal. And sorry if I keep hitting the camera. It's in an awkward position. So that I just put those there. So most of my scrap pieces were from projects that I did, and they are square. I've got some pieces that I was using or saving. These are different cut-aparts that I had. you know, and the reason I'm talking about this, these are things this is one of those ones where I had different strips of paper, and I just punched it out with one of these punches. I've got some tags in here that I had, pieces of paper. You know, so most of mine are not ripped. They're not, anyway, you see what I'm getting at. Very few. I mean, I'm actually surprised I actually kept this piece. I must have wanted it for one reason or another. Same with this. Probably the writing on it. I don't know. I don't know. You know, I've got these kind of... So these are the kind of scrap pieces of paper. You know, when we're talking about getting out your scraps, this is what I have. I don't have these ripped pages that I used to put into a journal or a junk journal or whatever, because I haven't been doing that. I've been doing things like making, well, cards, or making different things for craft fairs, you know, like my little puppy dog houses and things like that. Sort of creating things out of paper that look like something that you would buy at a store or whatever, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So I have been watching, I think, Jolie is her name. I'm sorry, I'll link it below if I can remember. I'm very bad at remembering things. And she is great. She calls it junk journals, but some of the things she does is really cool. I think there's two other channels that I watch that do collages, that do, there's one, it's a print, her name, I can't remember. I'll try and link them below because I don't remember their names, where they do, oh, I'm going to have to stop and figure out what the name of it is. Okay, I finally went on. Oh, sorry. Jolie Defy. She's British, I believe. She has a British accent. She makes collage strips. And My Porch Prints makes snippet rolls, which is basically a collage of things that she makes in long rolls and rolls them up. And she also sells a lot of different things on her channel. So I wanted to try this but what bothered me is that I don't have a lot of the things that she was, you know, talking about, the strips and how you kind of put them all over the place and blah, 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 blah. So anyway, that's what I'm going to try tonight, and I'm not going to do it on camera because I'm useless. But these tags that I make, I'll be able to use them on there or rip them and use them on there. Even though I work so hard, I hate to rip these things up. And then when you're done filling it all up with a collage of all kinds of papers and things, then you can, I'm trying to find something in this mess. Well, let me grab a hold of these little guys. And guess what I use one of these folder things for? To put all of these cute little woodland creatures in there. Then you can take, you know, a deer or maybe a bird as the top layer. So it's, and then maybe a cute little bunny rabbit or something. Anyway, and you make this whole collage thing and you can use it. And the way she was talking is that once it's all done, when the collage is all finished and you've got it all messy, kind of like a junk journal to me, that's what I consider a junk journal, a more modern styled one where, you know, I might be able to get into it because it's using vintage papers and scraps and, you know, all kinds of things that you can put in it and color it and whatever. You can either use it in one of the whole thing, the whole strip like this. And now this is 2 inches by 11. You could use this as a bookmark in your journal, in your junk journal. Cut it down to size if you want. Cut pieces off and use it in your journal. Use it as tuck spots for different things, depending on what what you've created here. So those are the 2 channels that I was watching creating these. I find that Jolie Defy, if that's how you say it, I find she's very, very good at instructional videos. I find that she's very calming. She actually has a list that she'll show you. You can screenshot it or go back to it or whatever you need to do. And then she'll show you how to create one of these things. Since I was watching that, I decided that I wanted to create one and see how I do. But I had to collect papers because like I say, I don't do junk journals. I've only just started doing what I call art journals. And I can use some of those pieces on this as well. But I would not feel comfortable doing it on camera with you until I've done a few and felt a little bit more comfortable doing it. So anyway, guys, that's it for me. That's my little chat. That was my little haul. What I'm going to do with these darn holders, I don't know. I think this is really kind of a cool idea. I can even label it, and I could hook them onto a nail and hang them up and be able to flip through them. There's an idea of what I could use these for. I think these would be really nice, holding it up like that, and maybe putting it on a nail or putting it on a hook. Maybe one of those command strips. I could put it on my bookcase. See, I can't talk. And put them on there and have them hanging, and then I'd be able to flip through them and see what I have. That's another reason, but I don't know why I bought them. Anyway, that's it for me. I'm sorry I'm babbling on, but I did want to share that information with you. You guys probably already know I'm still new at this, and I kind of like I like doing these. These were a lot of fun. I enjoyed doing that. These are the bigger tickets. I have some small ones in one of my containers, but these are the ones that I made, and I really am proud of them because I liked what I did. I think sometimes I underestimate myself, but anyway, I want to try one of these strips. I just happened to have this one sitting out, and I thought I'll cut it into 2. I'm going to try and follow what she was talking about, how I could have these different things, rip them up, and put them on down, and anyway, guys, that's it for me. Sorry I'm babbling on. Wish me luck. I'm going to give it a try and see what happens. All right, we'll talk to you again soon. Thanks for joining me, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye. Okay, so I finished 2 of these collage strips. It's my first attempt at it. So I'll let you see. Hopefully you'll be able to see it well enough. And this is what I came up with. That's my first one. And I just put it on a 2 by 11 sheet. This one here is one of the ones I ripped. And one of the 12 by 12s that I ripped. And I just added stuff on here. Like I say, I'm still learning with all this stuff. This one here, I speckled it with gold and black paint, but very, very little bit. I didn't do the sprinkling on here, but I did add foam tape on a couple of things to add dimension to it. I didn't really do very much. So that's my first attempt. Now, apparently, these are the kind of things that you use in junk journals. I could use it this way, as Joey, I believe is how you pronounce her name, would use that, for instance, in, let's say, in a journal here, and use it either as, maybe cut it down, use it as a book page, or use it, cut it again, and use it as a belly band. So that was, you know, one of the other things that they explained to me. So like I say, this is my first attempt at these two. Try and give you a better view of it here. Oh, maybe if I put that light on, it might be better. Anyway, it was interesting to try. I'd like to do more of them. I probably could attach these together, roll them up, and put them on a toilet roll or something, because I don't have any fat roll things, whatever. That's the only thing I could think of to roll them. And then that would be called sort of a snippet. And I guess they call it snippet, so that you could snip this off and actually use it in your junk journal. So this kind of junk journaling I like. I like the vintage. I like this kind of thing. But when it comes to, I've seen some where they've just taken big pictures in magazines and splashed it in there, say, I don't know. Anyway, the shabby chic and the vintage looking journals that look artsy, I like those. It's the ones that are kind of all messy and jumbled up with different things, and I don't know, maybe it's just me, or maybe it's just what I've seen so far. But anyway, so I gave it a try. I really liked doing it. I'm going to do a few more. I want to get more practice, get out more pieces of ephemera that I can put on here. Again, like I say, I've added dimension to some of these. I've put, you know, sticker thing. And these are just things that I have, you know. I didn't use any of my art journaling supplies that I have preciously stored in my IKEA shelf. So anyway, I wanted to share that with you and add it to the video. I don't know. I think I'd like to try some more and get better at it. There's another gentleman that I watch. His name is, I believe, Carrie the Crafter, and it's C-E-R-I, the Crafter, and that's how he starts it. And I love, because he is very informative and very patient with showing how things are done. And that is it for me. Thanks for joining me, and we'll see you again soon. Bye for now.